because what the zodiac is your energetic construct of who you are, not only physically, mentally, but spiritually. You see what I mean? So just to kind of give you an example, go to your website. You got to know your name, got to know your date of birth, the time you were born, and where you were born. And with that information alone, you'll be able to see what sign you are, what zodiac energy has been placed on you, and you can actually see it through the physicalities. We're talking about this off camera, but like my son is a Cancerian. He falls under the energy of Cancer, uh, July 13th. And one thing you can notice about all cancers is that naturally they have, if you look at a crab shell underneath, if you turn a crab upside down, if you guys have ever seen that, it has like lines. It looks like the palm. It looks like the palm here. But all Cancerians naturally have that in their forehead because that's that Cancer energy. So like when I go like this, Cancerians naturally have that on their forehead. They like to use their hands a lot, like the crab. My son is always fidgeting with his hands when he talks, like he plays, like, and he kind of walks sideways, even though he's walking forward. So it just goes to show that the zodiac is a real thing. Um, the word you said was correct. What they've done is they inverted that truth and that wisdom is that they turned it into a horoscope and they made it entertainment. That's why a lot of people don't respect it because now a lot of people, when you talk about the zodiacs, they're like, yeah, their word that comes to them is horoscope. It's not even zodiac or astrology. They want to know about their twin flame. They want to know about who their next love is. They want to know when they can win the lottery. They've turned it into a form of entertainment, which goes back to Rome, which is the bread and circus. That's the whole show that's going on around here. So, but the zodiac is a real thing. It's an astronomical phenomenon that is given to you when you're born. So, if you know those pieces of information, you can go to those websites, or you said you can reach out to me. We can help you interpret your sign. But you'll learn not only who you are, you'll learn where you came from, and you'll learn where you're going. That's what's so beautiful about the zodiac. And you had a lot of people throughout history who they said, hey, they were able to predict, or like even now, The Simpsons, they predict. These people don't predict. It's just that they understand how to read. They know how to read the zodiacs. They know in positions with transits, they know what's going to happen in the future for them to make a better decision. That's what it's all about. You see what I mean? So nothing's ever predicted, nothing's new underneath the sun. If you know what your zodiac is and you want to look, let's say 10 years from now, look at the positioning of the planets, you'll be able to see that, okay, I see that in the month of January, I have Mercury transiting. Maybe I wanted to start talking more. Like doing podcasts for people who don't know, if you want to do podcasts, do it on a Wednesday. That's ruled by Mercury. Wednesday is miércoles, which is
Hmm.
Mercury, which is communication. That is the best day to do a podcast. That is the best day to do any type of business deal. That's the to do a presentation. So you got to understand the illuminators and their energy and use them to your advantage. That's what it is. But a lot of us are not understanding it, and then we go through trials and tribulations, and we don't understand, and we want to blame Fulano, we want to blame this guy, blame ourselves. You just don't understand the energy that's going on at a certain time for you to utilize it correctly. You see what I mean? So
You know, now that you're saying that, there's a Job, I believe it's Job 38:32 in the Bible, where God speaks to Job, and he asked Job, do you know the constellations? Do you know the Maseroth? And Maseroth means zodiac. And
mhm.
then God says in another part of the Bible, my people will perish for the lack of knowledge of self. So you have to know yourself. And like you said, there's nothing new under the sun because there's cycles, and that's how you can predict future events and what's coming. And so it makes sense that these people in power, that's how they can predict or how many people are going to die or what's going to happen down the road. And we see this forecoming, and then this all about fear. And then since people don't have the knowledge, they automatically go down to the fear level, and that's how they consent and they take the power. And I see it. I don't consent to a lot of things anymore because I can see it, you know? So waking up is one of the most beautiful things, at least for me. I am so grateful every night when I go to sleep, at least for 30 seconds. I am thank the universe. Thank you for waking me up because now I can see the truth. I live a different life, completely different. I have a purpose now. So I want to invite you guys to do the same. Do your research, contact people, get together, build communities, stop wearing a fucking face diaper and wake
Uh,
up.
Poopy diaper.
You know,
People don't understand when you're wearing that mask. But see, we've gotten so far away from truth that people have lost their common sense. You're breathing in your own shit. Your mouth is you really are. You breathe in oxygen, you breathe out carbon dioxide. If you're breathing in your carbon dioxide, what do you think is going to happen? It's like a muffler of a car.
you
It,
intoxicate yourself pretty much.
so that's why a lot of people here in the future are going to have a lot of autoimmune immune. You're going to see that just sky rise, and they're going to be like, "Where did that come from? From wearing the poopy diaper?" Like, this is just common sense, you know what I mean? And kind of just to touch upon what you're saying about the Maseroth, you guys got to understand the Bible. We all know it's been rewritten, it's been touched by millions of people, whatever, whatever. But that word right there, the Maseroth, has not been changed in the Bible, and they did that specifically. It's a it's Hebraic. It comes from Hebrew. They could have changed that word like they've done to every other word in the Bible when they translated in different, ethnicities or wherever what country you're from. But they left it as the Maseroth. It's these are the secret, these are the mysteries that of the knowledge that people are lacking. And like he said, that's what Maseroth means. It means the zodiac. So that's what he was talking to Job. He was basically telling Job, hey, check this out. Okay, you know X, Y, and Z, but you can't tell me where the North Star is. You can't tell me, Ursa Major. And you're telling me you want to lead these people without knowing the first language? See, there goes again to being the first language of everything is astrology. And the three wise men, in one sense, if you think about it, a lot of people who are in religion, they think these three wise men walked across this vast desert for thousands of miles and luckily just showed up the tent where baby Jesus was going to be born. That doesn't happen, you guys, especially in the desert. So you have to use your common sense. These guys were astrologers. They understood the positioning of the stars and they were able to follow it exactly to where they needed to be to find Jesus in the story. So these guys were astrologers.
Yeah, I mean,
We're
look,
all, yeah.
sorry to interrupt, but I just want to throw a golden nugget out there for a lot of people. This might help you understand better for all of you watching. Look at the moon. When the moon is full, what happens to the ocean? What happens to the tide of the ocean? It rises, right? Our bodies is at least 70%. I think it's more than that, way more than that. But it's all water. So don't you think the moon affects you? It's liquid. That's why people change their moods. The moon controls the menstrual cycle in the woman. It's affecting us. All those wandering stars, all those luminaries, they're affecting us and they're making angles of light that changes the dynamic here. It's a code. It's amazing. And if you don't pay attention, like I said, the real currency is your attention, is your focus, you're going to miss out. And you're going to live a life that doesn't make sense. And it's really not the best life. It's not the life that you want. I know because I was there. It's not desirable. What people want in the end is happiness. They want to live a good life and enjoy it. Only through knowledge and applying that knowledge can you live a better life.
That right there is what I've been trying. It's funny you say that, but that saying, there's a lot of sayings that we say naturally because that's what's been taught to us. People always say knowledge is power. That's bullshit. That doesn't even make sense. Applied knowledge is power, just like you said.
Exactly. Exactly. So if you guys, I mean,
Love
this
it.
this has been, man, this is awesome, dude. I want to have you on more podcasts so we can share some information with the people and maybe break things down a little different next time. But today was just like an overall, mainly about the Phoenix that blew my mind. It's an event not to be scared of, but to be conscious, to be aware, like the brother was sharing here. There's something that's going to happen. It's cyclical. It always happens. That's why we see buildings in certain cities all around the world, and they are buried under the earth, complete buildings. Doesn't make any sense. So that means there was some kind of reset. Something happened, and the people were gone. New people came up. And it's going to happen again. So just be aware, conscious, not to be afraid, being conscious so that we can walk the right path. And again, nothing's gonna happen if you're walking on you're gonna be protected. You're gonna be protected. But you
I
have
believe
to
that
know.
100%.
Age of Aquarius, not Pisces is gone. Pisces, I doubt, I believe. Aquarius is I know. But to know, you have to seek the knowledge and then apply it. So I'm gonna leave all the links in the description. If you have any questions, please put it down. please contact this brother. Check out his content. I'm gonna put all those links down there. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.